NFPA 87 Section 3.34.1 requires all ovens and furnaces to be equipped with an automatic fire extinguishing system unless they meet certain criteria, such as having no heaters or significant fuel sources. Section 3.34.2 provides guidance on the selection and installation of fire extinguishing systems for ovens and furnaces, including the type of system, the quantity of extinguishing agent, and the location of the discharge nozzles. NFPA 70E Section 220.4 C.1 requires electrical equipment located in hazardous classified areas to be protected from fire by an automatic extinguishing system. Section 220.4 C.2 provides guidance on the selection and installation of fire extinguishing systems for electrical equipment, including the type of system, the quantity of extinguishing agent, and the location of the discharge nozzles. NFPA 101 Section 42.51 requires that all places of assembly, educational facilities, healthcare facilities, hotels and motels, and mercantile occupancies be equipped with an automatic extinguishing system. Section 42.52 provides guidance on the selection and installation of fire extinguishing systems for these occupancies, including the type of system, the quantity of extinguishing agent, and the location of the discharge nozzles. Even if a machine has no heaters or significant fuel sources, it may still be required to have a fire suppression system if it meets certain criteria, such as firstly, the machine is located in a hazardous classified area, secondly, the machine is used to process flammable or combustible materials, thirdly, the machine has a history of fire incidents. The specific requirements for fire suppression systems for machines with no heaters or significant fuel sources will vary depending on the specific machine, the process being performed, and the applicable codes and standards. It is important to consult with a qualified fire protection engineer to determine the appropriate requirements for a particular machine. Fire suppression systems play a vital role in protecting equipment, personnel, and facilities from the devastating effects of fire. These systems are designed to detect and extinguish fires quickly and efficiently, minimizing damage and preventing the spread of flames. Different types of fire suppression systems are available, each suited for specific applications and hazards. Common types include water-based systems, foam-based systems, gas-based systems, and dry chemical systems. Water-based systems, such as sprinklers and water mist systems, are effective for extinguishing fires involving ordinary combustibles like wood, paper, and textiles. They work by cooling the burning materials and displacing oxygen, thereby suppressing the fire. Foam-based systems are particularly useful for flammable liquid fires, as they create a foam blanket that smothers the fire and prevents reignition. These systems are commonly used in industrial facilities, storage tanks, and aircraft hangars. Gas-based systems, such as carbon dioxide and inert gas systems, are ideal for protecting sensitive electronic equipment in areas where water damage is a concern. They work by displacing oxygen or interfering with the chemical reaction of the fire. Dry chemical systems are effective for a wide range of fires, including those involving flammable liquids, gases, and electrical equipment. They work by interrupting the chemical chain reaction of the fire. The selection of the appropriate fire suppression system depends on several factors, including the type of hazard, the size and layout of the protected area, and the sensitivity of the equipment or materials being protected. It is important to consult with a qualified fire protection engineer to assess the specific needs of a facility and determine the most effective fire suppression system. Proper installation and maintenance are crucial for ensuring the reliability and effectiveness of fire suppression systems. Regular inspections, testing, and maintenance should be performed to identify and correct any potential problems. Fire suppression systems should be installed in accordance with applicable codes and standards, such as those published by the National Fire Protection Association. These codes and standards provide detailed requirements for the design, installation, testing, and maintenance of fire suppression systems. It is important to stay up to date on the latest codes and standards to ensure that fire suppression systems are properly installed and maintained. In addition to automatic fire suppression systems, it is also important to have portable fire extinguishers readily available. Fire extinguishers can be used to put out small fires before they spread. It is important to select the appropriate type of fire extinguisher for the hazard present. Fire extinguishers should be inspected regularly to ensure that they are in good working order. Fire safety training is essential for all employees. Employees should be trained on how to use fire extinguishers, how to evacuate the building in the event of a fire, and how to prevent fires from starting. Fire drills should be conducted regularly to ensure that employees are familiar with the evacuation procedures. By implementing comprehensive fire safety measures, businesses can protect their employees, customers, and assets from the devastating effects of fire. This includes installing and maintaining appropriate fire suppression systems, providing fire safety training, and conducting regular fire drills. Fire safety is everyone's responsibility. By working together, we can create a safer environment for all. Understanding the different types of fire hazards is crucial for selecting the appropriate fire suppression system. Common fire hazards include, firstly, flammable liquids such as gasoline, oil, and solvents. Secondly, combustible materials such as wood, paper, and textiles. Thirdly, electrical equipment which can overheat and cause fires. Fourthly, gases such as natural gas and propane. Fifthly, chemicals which can react and cause fires or explosions. Each type of fire hazard requires a different approach to fire suppression. For example, flammable liquid fires are best extinguished with foam-based systems, while electrical fires are best extinguished with gas-based or dry chemical systems. It is important to identify all potential fire hazards in a facility and select the appropriate fire suppression system for each hazard. Fire suppression systems should be designed to provide adequate coverage of the protected area. The number and location of discharge nozzles should be carefully considered to ensure that the extinguishing agent is distributed effectively. Fire suppression systems should also be designed to minimize the risk of damage to equipment or materials. For example, water-based systems should not be used in areas where water damage is a concern. Gas-based systems should be used with caution in confined spaces, as they can displace oxygen and create a hazardous atmosphere. The installation of fire suppression systems should be performed by qualified professionals. Improper installation can compromise the effectiveness of the system and create safety hazards. Fire suppression systems should be tested and inspected regularly to ensure that they are in good working order. Testing should be performed in accordance with applicable codes and standards. Inspections should be performed by qualified personnel. Any problems identified during testing or inspection should be corrected immediately. Regular maintenance is essential for ensuring the long-term reliability of fire suppression systems. Maintenance should be performed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. Maintenance tasks may include cleaning, lubricating, and replacing worn parts. Fire suppression systems should be designed to integrate with other fire protection systems such as fire alarms and smoke detectors. This integration can help to detect fires early and initiate the fire suppression system automatically. Fire suppression systems should also be designed to be easily accessible for maintenance and repairs. The components of the system should be clearly labeled and easily identifiable. Fire suppression systems are a critical component of any fire protection plan. By understanding the different types of fire suppression systems, the fire hazards they are designed to protect against, and the requirements for installation, testing, and maintenance, businesses can ensure that their facilities are adequately protected from fire. Fire suppression systems are designed to protect both property and people. When a fire breaks out, these systems can quickly extinguish the flames, preventing them from spreading and causing extensive damage. In addition, fire suppression systems can help to protect people from smoke inhalation and burns, which can be life-threatening. The costs of installing and maintaining a fire suppression system can be significant, but the benefits far outweigh the costs. Fire suppression systems can save lives, protect property, and prevent business disruptions. In addition to meeting the requirements of NFPA codes, it is also important to consider any local codes or regulations that may apply. Local codes may be more stringent than NFPA codes in some cases. It is important to consult with the local fire marshal to determine the applicable codes and regulations. Fire suppression systems are constantly evolving as new technologies are developed. It is important to stay up to date on the latest advancements in fire suppression technology to ensure that facilities are protected with the most effective systems available. These advancements include new types of extinguishing agents, more sophisticated detection systems, and improved methods of system control and monitoring. The goal of fire suppression is not only to extinguish fires, but also to prevent them from reigniting. This can be achieved by using extinguishing agents that create a protective barrier over the fuel source, preventing oxygen from reaching the flames. It is also important to remove or eliminate any potential sources of ignition, such as flammable materials or electrical hazards. Fire suppression systems should be designed to be environmentally friendly. Some extinguishing agents can be harmful to the environment, so it is important to select agents that are safe for both people and the environment. Fire suppression systems should be designed to be energy efficient. Some systems can consume a significant amount of energy, so it is important to select systems that are designed to minimize energy consumption. Fire suppression systems should be designed to be aesthetically pleasing. While functionality is the primary concern, it is also important to consider the appearance of the system. Fire suppression systems should be designed to blend in with the surrounding environment and not detract from the overall appearance of the building. Fire suppression systems are a valuable investment for any business. By protecting property, people, and the environment, fire suppression systems can help to ensure the long-term success of a business. Fire suppression systems are not a substitute for fire prevention. It is important to take steps to prevent fires from starting in the first place. This includes implementing good housekeeping practices, maintaining equipment properly, and providing fire safety training to employees. Fire suppression systems are a last line of defense against fire. By having a properly designed, installed, and maintained fire suppression system in place, businesses can significantly reduce the risk of fire damage and protect their valuable assets. Remember that fire safety is a continuous process, not just a one-time event. Regular inspections, testing, and maintenance are essential for ensuring that fire suppression systems remain effective over time. Fire suppression systems are an integral part of a comprehensive fire safety plan. By working with qualified professionals, businesses can develop and implement a fire safety plan that meets their specific needs and protects their assets from the devastating effects of fire.